Hello. This is a game called Ravenswatch, and it's made by the people who made Curse of the Dead Gods, which was pretty enjoyable, just had an unfortunate release window. And this is, this is co-op, so I'm gonna play with Liam Triforce. It looks pretty good. I played a couple minutes of it to make sure everything worked, and, yeah, it's enjoyable. So, I will play the game. Give me a moment. Okay, so I brought along Liam Triforce, who, within, like, super short notice, was like, yeah, I'll play. So, hi, Liam.
I just happened to have my phone open, and I seen a message, and I'm like, okay, why not?
I mean, the game looks good, right?
Yes. I haven't seen too much gameplay, but the intro alone was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And now I found a guy with a big sword. A big sword! So I'm happy.
He's not Cloud, but his name is Beowulf. I wonder if he can get sued by the Beowulf patent holders, the copyright department. Disney probably owns Beowulf at this point,
I'm pretty sure Beowulf itself is public domain, considering it's 500 years old or something.
Disney will scoop that up. Anyway, so I'm looking for my hero that I want to play as. A big sword guy I tried briefly when I played for 10 minutes, and he was cool. I'm gonna be the Pied Piper because he has rats.
Ooh. King of the Rats.
I want to be the Rat King, so we're gonna do that.
Alright.
Alright, let's try it out. So, did you play Curse of the Dead Gods or no?
Nope.
It was fun.
Only heard of it when you told me about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what am I doing?
Do you see how I attack?
You're a bard.
Oh, man.
I like the art style a lot.
Explosive rats I just unlocked.
Okay, we got RT is that. LT, choose a talent. Ignited enemies explode when they die. Or defense makes Beowulf dash forward and deal 100 damage along the...
Ooh.
Big sword guy with movement?
Yeah, movement.
Mmm. Drakeling. Okay, cool. I have a familiar. Alright.
I want to do a little research into these skills, but you know what? We'll just figure them out as we go.
Yeah, it'd be cool if we could. Just kind of jump in.
Yeah.
Master Nightmare awakens in 3 days. Okay.
That's interesting. Oh, so here's an interesting thing too. If you use the right stick, you can attack while moving in a different direction.
Oh, what?
Go
okay,
rats.
well, I got claw grip out for that, but yeah.
Yeah, you gotta claw a little, but
I just attack your rats.
that's okay. I think they like it. I'm trying to figure out how to make them explode. I mean, I'd feel bad for the little buggers because they're friends, but at the same time, it's like, you guys gotta explode.
Yeah. It's a natural order of things.
Mm-hmm.
LB. What does this guy do? Nothing.
Oh, that's my rat
chills.
explosion. Okay, I see.
Oh!
Oh, you have a little drake. You got like a little fella. Like a dragon.
Yeah, I hit the button and nothing happened.
Actually, hang on,
I don't
before
know how
we...
he works.
I think he just chills and attacks stuff for you.
Okay.
I want to go this way because we missed a point of interest. No, we didn't. That's the starting point. I'm dumb. Alright.
I have no health.
Okay, so here, let's maybe hang back a bit.
Yeah, the run's over. I'm gonna do that.
Go, Ratos.
Oh, that hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, oh, okay, I'm gonna chill.
There's got to be a way to recover health. Try that orb.
Oh,
See?
yeah. There we go.
A little bit. It's not much, but... What a weird character class this guy is. The Pied Piper. Jesus.
Alright, well, guess I'll hang back.
Yeah, there's a Diablo quality to this for sure, but it does also remind me of like, you know, Hades and that Dead
Yeah.
God game, obviously. And
I don't think I ever
Gauntlet.
finished Hades because I suck.
It's a tough game.
Yeah.
Are you getting an option for this too, or no?
Yeah, I am. When taking damage, gain 18 shield. I might need that.
Reroll performed, gain dream shards. Mermaid tears it is. Okay. I wanted to mention the art style.
Yeah.
I really like how this 3D looks like drawn a little bit.
Yeah, there's like a thick kind of shading to it that looks like marker or like ink.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think it's got a very appealing look.
My brother would know how to describe it, but it's like really well done.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Defense deals 66 damage. Rats spawn in groups of 3 instead of 2, increasing maximum controllable rats by 8. Did you get an option for a talent too?
Yep. This is a pretty simple game. I understand.
Yeah, it's very pick up and play so far.
Just look at the map and go do map things. Oh shit.
Oh, I wanted to mention I watched your Star Fox video, the 2-hour-long Star Fox one.
Thanks. Not many people did. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did it do okay or no? It didn't do as good as you, like normal.
I wasn't entirely sure how well it would do, considering it's A, Star Fox, and B, YouTube is changing in a way that I don't understand fully.
What do you mean in terms of like algorithm or?
Yeah. I think people. I talked about this a little bit when I was streaming the other day. I think YouTube has changed to the point where I think people need to really play its game in order to sustain their audience.
Yeah.
And so you can't just like, maybe it's just pride. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why I won't change my titles to like, I played every Star Fox game. Here's what happened.
Yeah, I know.
You won't believe it.
You're preaching to the choir here. Me and Johnny tried a couple things.
Thank you.
You know, we tried a little bit, and there definitely is resistance from my audience because they've been watching my shit for like 14 years, some of them, and I get that.
There would definitely be some for mine too. That's why I haven't done anything about it. But like,
but then there's also like super clickbaity titles, which actually annoy me when I see them, and I wouldn't want to go that far. Like I see people get huge views on similar stuff, but their title and their thumbnail is like clickbait, just straight up clickbait.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing. The return of clickbait has been wonderful to see.
Fun.
Just wonderful. A boon on the future of the website.
The platform. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, also I don't do what you do. You do really well thought out, edited, this like, you know, narration. I mean, the Star Fox video was really good, and it made me kind of sad because I'm like, oh, Star Fox, I miss you.
I went from like not liking Zero to liking Zero, but it was pointless. Like it was a very interesting transformation. It went from, oh, this isn't as bad, but because I know how to play it now, but also like why?
I had the same feeling. I learned how to play, I complained less, and then I got upset again. I never touched it again.
That's like Platinum games in general, though. Their first playthrough is merely a tutorial. But like, whereas Bayonetta 1 and 2 do that really well, because then you play it again, and it's like, oh, I'm a god. I feel awesome.
Yeah.
Especially Bayonetta 2. That game was like, the first playthrough is, you don't know how to play it, so you can't fully enjoy it.
I agree with that. I only grasped the controls of Star Fox Zero right at the very end.
Yeah, which is such a bummer, too. Either way, I appreciate it. And like, I complain about the current state of the website and how I don't feel like it rewards creativity to the fullest extent like it used to. But at the same time, I'm pretty fortunate that it, you know, like 100,000 people still watch my videos consistently.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great number. I mean, you deserve more because your videos are so well thought out. But you know, you gotta find a way to be true to yourself, I feel, on the platform. Yeah. And you do have to play the game a little bit. I mean, Johnny will sometimes juice the clip channel a little, but even that doesn't always translate into views. But I'm just happy people still like my stuff. Like I peaked in 2012, so it's like
2012. Maybe that's a bit early. I don't know.
I mean, in terms of
You're doing all right now.
in terms of numbers, in terms of number, like what I'm doing now, like the streams I'm doing now, I think are great. Like I'm very happy with that. But what I think in terms of like, I went viral in 2012. But it is a tough platform, and I don't want to play that game. And Liam, I'm too old to play that game. I don't have the energy. I'd rather write songs. That's like,
Well, that's why so many. I think a lot of tubers have been retiring is because they don't feel creatively fulfilled anymore. They want to go do bigger things, better things.
True.
And like, there's nothing wrong with having a job where you're your own boss. Like YouTube is so unique in that regard, and very fortunate to be in that position. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to chase something down that's more.
I agree.
That's original.
I agree.
That's what I talk about it all the time. It makes me sound like I hate YouTube, but that is not the case. I just
it's
I know
frustrating.
there will be an end one day for sure, where I'll just be like, oh, I'm doing this now.
Yeah, could be. But you also have to kind of figure out what's most satisfying for you. And luckily for me, the streaming, despite it being the job portion of my life in a way, is still the most fun. And like I just have fun because I'm not playing the game. I'm not stressing. I'm just playing games and talking and enjoying myself. And
I think that's a better way to look at it too, because I've been looking at it the wrong way. I think it's just like I should just be happy that I'm able to do whatever I want for now, and
save some money,
come back.
and just keep doing what you like. And that Star Fox video is proof that you're doing really good stuff, in my opinion. So I feel like just have fun with it until you don't. I'm having fun with it, but I also know I'm never going to be like a multi-million view channel again. I mean, if I ever really was, I kind of wasn't, but. And that's fine.
I thought you were gonna say multi-millionaire. I was like,
oh god, yeah, seriously, right? But no, I mean, for me, it's just it is a frustrating platform, and the short form is frustrating, and it's good for me because I get to create clips. But at the same time, I'm not really looking to be like mega famous from clips, so it's just have fun with it as long as I can, and then my creative fulfillment is the music. So and I feel creatively fulfilled from streaming too, especially if I do a Grey Leno video. Everyone loves Grey Leno.
Everyone.
It's
a unanimous agreement that Grey Leno is, I think, the peak of your artistic endeavors.
He's my most spiritual bit. We did it.
Anyway, I noticed I was just going to stuff on the map. This game is so pick up and play. I'm surprised.
It's fun. Now we have to wow. Distend? What the fuck? We gotta defend the house.
It's the first Destrend type game.
Yeah, exactly. Kojima, we're coming for you, buddy.
Oh, you know what? I just played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 for the first time this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, and you were telling me to play it, and everybody was telling me to play it, to be fair. And then I did, and the first game, I'll just be honest, I suck at stealth.
Yeah, me too.
I am terrible at stealth. But Metal Gear Solid does give you so many tools to just play the game in your own way. Yeah. And I'm amazed, especially in 1998, that's unbelievable, the amount of freedom I had.
Oh, we're letting the house get destroyed. Not good.
I activated a talent while I was in combat.
Yeah, this dude's not
but
gonna have a place to live.
I have big, heavy-ass swings. I really feel like John Berserk.
John Zerker. Oh no!
I do be zerking.
Don't zerk too hard. YouTube doesn't allow it.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh no, we're doomed. This poor guy.
We? There is no we. I'm still kicking.
Oh no. He's dead, Liam.
Oh,
and you let this happen.
I let this happen.
It couldn't have
Anyway.
been me. All right, let's keep moving. Poor fella. No, my rats were trying so hard. Their little legs weren't fast enough to save that man.
Sometimes people gotta die.
It's true. It's a thing you learn about in life. Yeah.
Even if it's your fault.
Yes, especially. The Metal Gear series is great. I think it holds up. Metal Gear Solid 1's my favorite still, but only by a little bit. I think 3 and 2 are great as well.
I still like it more than 2. I
agree.
Going back to it, I'll probably think way more outside of the box on how to solve it. I just also love how classic that game's narrative felt immediately to me.
Immediately, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it also made me like kind of appreciate the Diaper Chief stuff more.
I'm sorry. There's no appreciation for the Diaper Chief.
It was like, because now Liquid makes me laugh all the time. I make references to him all the time.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
Back then I was just all I could think of was like poop sloshing around.
Yeah.
And,
now
like,
you get it. Now you get it. He's just
Now I
there in
get
that
it,
cell
yeah.
and pooped himself. It's like just kind of funny. But yeah, I'm glad you got a chance to check out Metal Gear. It is one of my favorite game series. It's in my top 5, I would say, of all time. Up there with Zelda and Metroid. It's like, just, it's classic. And there's so many games in that series. Peace Walker's really good.
Oh yeah, my friend of mine wanted to play co-op on that on PS3.
Great game. Great game. 5 has its moments. 4 is either love or hate. And that's not true.
I know 4 is primarily a movie.
It is a movie. It is a movie. And it's a good movie at times, for sure. But some of the conclusions they arrive at, to the plot points, aren't very satisfying.
I heard 5 had a similar problem.
Yeah, you know what, though? I know people that love MGS4. And 5 is also very loved for the gameplay. But narratively, I feel it's very flaccid.
I have to feel like that was because of the tension with Kojima and Konami.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
3 Snake Eater was my absolute favorite so far.
So good. Snake Eater is so good.
Snake Eater. I loved the amount of freedom you had in that game. I absolutely adored the setting. I loved the narrative to death.
Great narrative, great everything, music.
And another thing I've learned now that I know MGS is there's this thing going on, this giant gaslighting campaign into making people believe that Duran Duran's Invisible is in Metal Gear Solid 5. And so on every single like reel or edit or something like that, they will play that song as if it's attached to Metal Gear.
What the fuck?
And people are just like, what the fuck? Why isn't this in the game?
Yeah,
I thought this was in the game.
Why are people doing this? Bored?
Because it's awesome.
Because bored.
The thing, you know that song, don't you? Invisible?
I do. Yeah.
I guess the reason it started is because it has a lot in common with the game's story.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't know. But also,
I couldn't even. I don't remember. I remember Skullface saying, "Ooh, lust for revenge."
I know Quiet breathes through her skin.
Very important
plot
point.
That's why she's naked as fuck.
That's right. That's right. Not because titty need to be seen.
No.
Because breathe through skin.
Now, what about Eva?
Eva is also a titty lady.
but is there a plot reason?
I don't remember. I don't really remember. It's because you know what? No, because she.
Oh, I found the plot actually. I know where it is.
Where?
Kojima's.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Let's just say it's a private matter.
It's a private part. Plot. A private plot.
Part, you could say.
But I do think Eva being sexy or whatever is she wins Snake's affection, and he's like a very hardened guy. So that. It kind of, people kind of don't remember the femme fatale trope these days because it's like, well, why would anyone be somewhat topless? Because that's bad. I get it. Sometimes it's done just for titillation.
She kind of owned it too.
She did.
I guess that was the whole point.
Like I watched Frankenhooker yesterday, and that movie is just. Hear me out. It's funny as hell, but that movie is titty for the sake of titty.
Wait, Frankenhooker? I have a friend that's been telling me that movie's like peak sauce.
It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, she's like recommended it like 5 times, and I'm like, that sounds horrible, but it's like, now that you've said it, now it's suddenly more real to me.
I couldn't believe how funny it was. But it's also just a copious amount of tit, but there is like, you know, story reasons for boobage sometimes, like the femme fatale character. Like it's not just done, for one purpose and one purpose only. And I feel like we've kind of lost that a little bit. So
I
Eva,
think that's an interesting conversation too. Like
it's well beyond me, that's for sure.
The there's something to be said about like the amount of art that certain characters get, but people don't really mind. But then on the outside looking in, it's like, well, why do they have big booba?
Right.
Why do they like this?
I
and
know.
it's like, well, you know, it's a pretty simple answer.
Well,
And
sometimes real people have big booba too.
Yeah,
and it's like
and
shocking
sometimes
to say
real.
that.
I'm dead.
Me too.
Oh. Did we do something wrong?
Probably.
Oh, it's a cutscene. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I guess people just maybe.
People are suspicious of the reasons why, and I get that. That's important to have that suspicion, because sometimes it's pointless. But then you look at the amount of porn Overwatch gets, and let me tell you something. Concord was never going to get that much porn.
Yeah, it was over before it even came out.
Exactly. But this conversation is still like, this is... Ow.
I think it's, probably beyond me too, but it is interesting.
It is.
Like, I don't particularly mind it, but I think there's ways to do it.
There's ways to do it and have a point, and I think someone like Eva might. It's been a while since I played Metal Gear Solid 3, but there might be a point.
I'm gonna use a Raven Feather. I don't know what that does, but I'm doing it.
But Kojima's excuse about quiet breathing through her skin is just funny. It's just hilarious to me.
It is funny.
It's just
I love
funny.
it. I want to, like, oh my god, if I ever make a game and it has a character like that, I am going to come up with some bullshit excuse like that, because it's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Because in that, inherently, it's not like just, like, pathetic. It's actually a commentary on Kojima.
Mm-hmm. Her boobs get the light.
That's what I'll argue.
Her boobs are like plants, and she needs the like photosynthesis.
Her breasts need to perform photosynthesis. That's why they need to be exposed 100% of the time.
Correct. Yes, correct.
Oh, I forgot I had that move. I have another talent, RB, and I didn't use it at all. That would have helped. We're doing all right, though.
Oh, we do have RB. Oh my god, I forgot about that. That's an ultimate. Yeah.
It takes a minute to recharge.
Yeah, we got to use those more, because those are good.
Oopsies. What can you do?
Game is fun, even though we're just talking shit. It's just a fun game, but we still need to get better at some of the stuff.
Yeah.
But it's cool, though. I'm enjoying it. I just need to learn how to use my rats better. I have an aura here. I don't know what it does. And I don't know how to find out what it does. It's just, I set down like a sigil on the ground. I don't know if it makes me more musical or what.
I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm just got big sword.
Yeah, big sword is good. Brain empty, big sword. Also, when we're done with this boss, I wanted to talk about Silent Hill a little bit.
Yeah. I guess had titty on the brain. My bad.
No, that was me. I think I brought that up. Or no, it doesn't matter.
No, it was me. I mentioned quiet.
Oh, it's okay. Well, that's, part of the fun. Ow! Come on. Rats, do the damage. I need to generate rats faster. And yes, that is a real sentence that this game is making me say.
Generate rat. Do I have any rat? Can I get like a rat generation buff, maybe?
That would be fucking awesome. Rat generation buff.
That's gonna be my debut album name.
There you go.
Oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Gaming.
All right, let's game.
Here we go. RB. I don't know what that did, but it's doing a fuckload of damage.
Yeah. We're doing our ultimates now.
Yes.
All right, we did it. We did something.
I used 2 raven feathers. I don't know if that's bad or not.
I
but we
used
can-
most of mine. Yeah, I think I have 1 left.
Chapter 2. All right.
If it isn't the mighty Beowulf, come to my aid.
Who's this
I
guy?
am most pleased to see you, my friend.
Talents. Can I get more? Oh yeah, you can upgrade your talents.
Rats explode when they die, deal 10 to 13 damage all around. Rats attacks weaken enemies. buy
Excellent
that.
choice.
I used all of my resources to make my attacks slower but hit harder. I
Relearn.
definitely have a type of playstyle in every RPG.
Oh yeah, no, I end up with attack speed. If I can get attack speed, I will. I love that shit.
I
Are you absolutely
love
sure?
slow but devastating attacks. Beating Elden Ring with a strength build was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
It made
I
me-
did a lot of that too. I love the slow, like in Monster Hunter 2 is fun to play like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Hang on a second, Liam. Let me. What is this move? Hang on, let me see something here.
Just jamming.
Oh, okay. Play flute. Play a solo on the flute. Send. Oh no. Create a zone of power that makes all enemies inside vulnerable. Okay.
Yippee! All right.
So Silent
So,
Hill. Let's talk
Silent
about
Hill
that for a
4.
minute.
What a game.
You liked it more than I did. When did you
No.
play it for the first time?
I didn't like it more than you did, I don't think. Actually.
I
Um,
semi-hated it at times.
Yeah, the second half of the game is miserable to play. Well, it's simultaneously miserable and also really freaking cool. Like
yeah,
it's
the hauntings are interesting.
the hauntings. The reason I love the hauntings so much is because the first half of the game is really easy because your apartment heals you fully every time
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
back there. The other part about it is you're very lonely in that game. It feels like you're trapped in your apartment. That's something that I think most of us can relate to since
Help.
we all experienced like life during what happened?
I don't want to use a feather. I think I get killed by a bird.
I'll just okay, no, I can't do that.
I'll use a feather. Shit's bad here.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We got this. Maybe.
Oh, fun game.
But yeah, you are very, very lonely in that game, and then you have
Yeah.
Eileen. There will be some spoilers in this conversation for Silent Hill 4: The Room. But
Oh yeah, that's gonna because
That's gonna
I was
happen.
ready to fully go into it.
and that's
but,
fine.
like-
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. I don't have really much range. Oh, thank you. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got him.
Healing orbs grant strength for 4 seconds.
Those were your last words.
Power deals plus 20% damage. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so the first half of the game, really easy. You can just go to your apartment. But that game is very suffocatingly lonely. And it also, just thematically, it really mirrored something that I think we all went through a few years ago.
We did. That's right.
And,
yeah.
And it made me realize, especially because loneliness is probably one of the aspects of Silent Hill that I loved most. Specifically Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
And 3.
Yeah, 3's got it. I'll
and
get you.
1.
I'll get you up. Hang on.
But like, it was great to see that they weaponized your safe space like that, and especially in
Yep.
that part of the game. But it also made the game really awful because you had to escort Eileen the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and,
but-
and also you just end up going through the same. Like, okay, so thematically,
Yeah.
it's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But from a gameplay standpoint, I feel like that idea that they had ended up. It was not fun, and therefore and like I said to you we talked about it after I finished the game. I said it was a 5-hour long game that they doubled the length of.
Yes.
And you agreed, but the thing is, you can still do something like that and have like backtracking work. But aside from finding some notes on the ground, I didn't feel like I got much more out of that section. You know, I just kind of felt like the story was just, it was told, and it was told and not shown more.
Did you at least like the final part in the apartment complex with young Walter?
It was interesting. The story was at least the shining light for most of the time, even though I found it kind of silly at bunch.
Walter Sullivan looks like Kurt Cobain.
He does.
And I haven't been able to unsee it.
Yeah, it's very, very, very obvious that it's like too obvious almost. I'm dead and I have no feathers, by the way.
Oh. So is that game over?
No, you gotta get me up, I think, now.
Oh, where are you? Okay. Gotcha.
But no, I mean, thematically, the game had some interesting elements, and I love the little, like, scares and stuff that's just weird in the apartment.
Eileen's face in that one room.
So weird and cool, and that's why the first half of the game, I'm like, oh, this game is great. What are people complaining about?
Yeah, and then you get to the second half, it's like, oh.
It's like, man, there's so much goodwill that was squandered here. And it's not even their fault. Like, well, it is because they included ghosts in the game. Ugh.
Oh, that shit was awful, yeah, I don't like it. But it was like, they were the only enemies that really gave the game any real difficulty beyond
True.
the difficulty being Eileen herself.
True, yes. Yeah,
Which is, you know, lame.
But that's how they... It's like the quiet explanation of why Quiet is topless. And it's like, okay, well, you can say that explanation, but my brother in Christ, you didn't have to do that. You know, you could have made enemies that weren't so easy, and then not had invincible ghosts making me miserable. But
Yeah,
again, I
just,
understood.
like, not.
I understood some of the decisions. They just weren't fun in practice. That's why I walked out of that game like, ugh. But, you know, I wouldn't say the game was terrible. It didn't do much for me after the story kind of concluded.
And that was it. like Team Silent's done. It was over after that.
Yeah, I know.
So like, it's a shame. 4 was developed concurrently with 3. 3 was supposed to be a rail shooter, believe it or not. And 3 ended up being the game that got the better deal. Because it was a much better game. It was more like Silent Hill itself. Gameplay-wise, I think 3 is the best in the series. And it had its own reason for existing. Beyond trying to follow up 2, it was its own pretty unique kind of horror. Particularly pertaining to, like,
Hey, Liam,
teenage years.
press LT on this?
I don't have gold, I can't.
Oh, shit, okay.
But I will soon. Perhaps.
Yeah.
But it's like its own unique kind of horror, like that pertains to like teenage years, anxiety, womanhood, kinda like all that kind of stuff.
In that sense,
And-
it's completely unique, and I appreciate that. Also, that carnival.
Oh, now I can do it.
The
carnival
carnival, like
stuff
the
was
fucking the theme park stuff is unbelievably good. Very, very strong.
There we
And
go.
weird and just like memorable. I think we
I
got
also-
a new feather.
Yep.
Each of us got a feather, you and I. That's good.
Good. I liked about 4 that part with little Walter. I liked the music there. It was really like
It's very good, yeah.
it was like a suffocatingly lonely song, but also like in a weird way comforting, in the same way that some people find themselves coming back to loneliness as a concept in horror, and
Yeah.
like just generally. It's a really like there's some good stuff in that game, but man, is it annoying to play.
Right, exactly. And that's the problem I had with it. Whereas there was some jankiness in the other Silent Hills, but
Yeah.
it was forgivable, and the game worked around that. And I don't play Silent Hill. What I said on my stream was I don't play Silent Hill to have fun, like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Mario Brother.
Yeah.
But I at least need it to not be anti-fun. And there was some real anti-fun happening in Silent Hill 4. So that was a problem. But still memorable and very, you know, you know, if you've listened to my songs, and I know you have, I deal with loneliness too, and my whole life I've had, you know,
It
stuff.
is,
there are moments.
It's definitely an inescapable piece of the human condition, I think.
It is. We all go through it, and even if you don't go through it, you can still go through it eventually. And it's, you know, so a game that covers that topic is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it also, it means to me that like they had a theme, they had something they wanted to talk about, and it just almost worked. But then Konami was like, "Please stop." So, shame.
Now, like, Shattered Memories is not a Silent Hill game. Like, Silent Hill Shattered Memories doesn't feel anything like Silent Hill, but it has some pretty cool ideas in that it, like, psychologically profiles you as you play.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
It's a super linear game, and you know exactly when the scares are coming. So, it's not, It's alright.
I've heard people say, like, Vin, you would like this, but after Silent Hill 4, I'm like, maybe I'll just pass for a while. I'm hoping the 2 remake...
I honestly think it's better than 4.
I've heard people say that. I am hoping the Silent Hill 2 remake isn't complete trash. I don't think it's going to be trash at all, in fact.
I don't think it'll be that bad. Now that I've seen more of it, I don't think it'll be that bad.
It looks okay. It's just Bloober and... So there's a video I watched about Bloober Team about them not having a very original thought in their body. Like, it's a lot to discuss right now, how they borrowed from a lot of other stuff, and PT, and used paintings in their games, and it's some interesting things in there that made me question Team Bloober Team. Then you have Konami, whose goodwill with gamers is at 0.
That's why I didn't want to even buy it. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't buy the Master Collection for MGS when I played it for the first time. I had the PS3 games, and I was like, yep, no, I'm not buying this.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you end up being anti-gamer. Okay, now we have to use the feathers.
Uh-oh. Wait, I can use it.
Oh, we have a pool of feather.
Oh, well. I'll just survive this.
You can do it, I believe.
I will be like Guts, the 100-man slayer, John Berserk. I'm gonna die.
If I knew what that meant, I would agree. But I think you go, John Guts.
There's oh, you're dead. I ran out of time. I'm dead too.
Oh, I'm back here at this thing.
Wait, oh, did we start at the beginning of the chapter, maybe?
Oh, we like
Nope,
died.
we're dead. That's the run.
Well, there's rewards.
Yeah.
We got a what is this? What would you call this?
What would I call
a mermaid. We got a mermaid, a hot mermaid.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Okay. Geppetto has joined the Ravenswatch? Wait,
you got
Pinocchio's
Geppetto?
father? Yeah.
I got a mermaid.
I have always...
Hold on a minute. I got new talents too for Beowulf.
But you unlocked Geppetto and I got... Huh.
I kind of think this game has the capacity to get people sucked in and addicted to it because of all the stuff you unlock after each run.
Yeah, that meta progression is a killer, isn't it? That'll get you.
After losing his son to nightmares, Geppetto set his mind to the invention of deadly automatons, squadrons of killing machines.
God.
Okay. I'm gonna play as Geppetto now.
I think as you play, you unlock more objects that could appear in your runs as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you level your homies.
Mm-hmm.
So when your homies are leveled, I think they're a little more... They have, like, different things. There's alternate skills I'm learning now. I'm seeing.
Oh. Heroes. Beowulf. Yep, here we are. Kind of like... Risk of Rain 2. I don't know why it took me so long to say that.
Yeah. Weird, though, because I can't... I don't know how you can change your... I don't know if there's a way to change your skills.
No, I don't think it's... when you get a talent, you get to choose which talent it is. So you just unlock more talents to pick.
Okay, none of them are starting.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
There's challenges, too, but, like, you can customize what the run is like. So more dashing, but more damage, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Fun game though. I like this game a lot. I'm surprised by how easily I was able to pick it up. I didn't do any single tutorial at all. Not a one.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I mean, I played for a little bit, but I forgot that already, so.
And I'm sure if I did, then I'd actually have a firmer grasp, but like, this is pretty cool. Special creates a dummy. I could summon Pinocchio to fight for me.
Okay,
on,
this
excuse
character
me?
is totally different.
Whoa.
I control the water.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you controlling that? You're water bending? Look at that. I throw a bomb. Oh, look at that. This is my little dummy. And I could summon more at once.
These are not your traditional RPG heroes and like gameplay. This is doing something different.
This is actually like a really cool concept. I can't say I expected Geppetto to be a playable character in a video game, but like,
Lies of
look
P.
at that. Oh, wait, do you play as Geppetto in that game?
I don't know, but that is,
Pinocchio.
there's a lot of Pinocchio stuff these days, isn't there? Once Pinocchio hit public domain,
Yeah.
he's been showing up everywhere, that little son of a bitch.
Lies of P is a very funny name to say.
I know, it's hilarious, especially because
Lies.
my mod Desert, I joke with him about
Yeah.
P. It's like,
Lies of... Oh yeah, Desert P.
mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, we were gonna talk about Zelda at some point too.
Yeah, we can talk about Zelda, but this character is very, very confusing right now. I might have to mouse over the abilities.
I don't want to play as Geppetto anymore. I don't think this is my playstyle. I don't like summoning stuff.
100% not my playstyle. Let's abandon.
We're gonna get destroyed. But really cool concept.
Yeah, I like the concept of this mermaid, but I don't want to play as her.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to Beowulf.
I'm gonna try the rogue.
Which one's that? Scarlet?
Mm-hmm.
The Little Red Riding Hood?
Oh god. Oh god, look at the character. Dude.
Look at what?
Dude. There's Little Red Riding Hood. There's Beowulf. There's Geppetto. There's the Pied Piper.
Yeah, I realize, yeah.
And the Snow Queen, I don't know, maybe Snow White? That's Disney. That's weird. I don't get it. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's just keep playing. I don't know. Alright.
Well, Snow White is an old fairy tale.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. So I told you, Disney, if they don't get Beowulf, they don't have it. They will soon.
They should do Steamboat Willie video game, but it's like a horror game.
Grimdark.
Grimdark.
Grimdark Willie.
I think it needs more edge.
Yes.
I don't want to block attacks. Ignited enemies, defense. Okay. I'm not one for blocking attacks. I'm one for dishing them out.
Yeah, I do attacks too. Let's see. Throw a bomb. How do I transform into the big bad wolf? I guess I don't.
No, that's your ult, probably.
Or pat. It's some kind of like you have to earn it or something. I don't know. Like maybe you have to kill enemies and then you can do it.
Kill enemies. Unleash your true form, your persona.
God bless. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. So Zelda. I guess we both played Echoes of Wisdom a bit.
Yeah.
I've only played 3 hours of it though, so 3.5. So I'm very early on, but
I'm
how far
up
are you?
to... I just beat the second dungeon. So I beat the first 2 dungeons.
So you probably have like what, like 5-6 hours, something like that.
Wait. No, wait, the first dungeon isn't part of that. I think I've done 3 dungeons then.
Oh, so you're doing...
I have played like probably 7 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, I think I can summarize my thoughts pretty quickly. That's not true. It's complicated. But in the second dungeon, or the third dungeon, Brain, I bound myself to a spider and skipped the entirety of it.
I've noticed spider seems to be broken.
Not the rope one. There's one that crawls walls.
Walls, yeah, the crawlchula.
I think there's something to be said about like how much freedom you're given, because like I noticed in my second playthrough of Tears, I was like, I know how to break this game now, and all of the puzzles I'm confronting that maybe have cool solutions that you can figure out for yourself are just so muted because I have so many rocket shields and fans and air bike or whatever the hell. You're dead. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Dead by daylight.
You are dead. You were dead by daylight. Oh, I'm gonna be dead by daylight soon too. That said, I think the echoes are a. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll just come back.
What if we just like
Restarted?
try again? Yeah.
But I have to face tank more hits, Liam.
Okay. Oh. I thought you were serious. But yeah, I think there's something to be said about that. I actually know a couple people that didn't like assembling stuff to solve problems in that game. I mean, they did it anyway, but they were kind of overwhelmed, and that's understandable. So the echoes, I think, are a far more accessible way of creating your own solutions to problems, and I've done some really fun and satisfying stuff with them. And there's so many different ways. I've watched my brother, even when he was playing, do different things than I did. Like he found that the P-hat echo is like amazing for combat. It just shreds people.
Yeah, I like the P-hat a lot. I've been using that more.
I also really like that you can plop the sea urchin down to do damage, and then you can trap people in a circle of sea urchins. I really like doing that. And to be fair, combat, you got like a mage build in Echoes of Wisdom, so people are gonna find it clunky for a while, I think. But now that and also you can like balance that with, I don't know how much I should say. Do you know about the different form that Zelda can get?
Yeah, with the sword?
Okay, yeah. So when she gets that, then you can balance both, and you can be wise about when you use the sword.
Right.
It's more of a resource than it is the default thing. I just like that more than anything. I like that it's something different.
That's what I said too. Yeah, I like that too.
It's really a really cool concept, and it's true to the spirit of Zelda too. Plus, it's also I don't want to say traditional, because I think this kind of thing gets thrown around a lot. But it's more it's more in line with old Zelda in terms of dungeon design, and the only exception is that there's no dungeon item per se.
Right.
It's more so
just echoes.
Echoes, cool unique echoes that you can use across the world, which is kind of like key items actually. It's a pretty unique take on that actually, because you can find these unique echoes, like I don't know if you saw in the trailer the water block thing.
Yeah.
You get that in a dungeon, and it's like, oh shit, now I can go use this anywhere. Like, it's really exciting.
Yeah,
so
because then the whole world opens up.
It's like Zelda 1, where you could like go into dungeons without. Oh no, you can't. You have to finish them. But like, it's like, say for example, you get an item from a dungeon, then leave and go do something else to sequence break.
Yes.
Because I did that in Wind Waker when I was a kid, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Zelda 1, I had my order of dungeons I would do to get like the first sword upgrade early, and I always enjoyed that. So, like, I went to the Gerudo area in Echoes of Wisdom very, very quickly, just for fun, just because I was wandering. I had no real goal, and I ended up finding something like the tile that flies.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this could be really useful for a lot of stuff in the world, and I have it early. So it's maybe not that early, but it's kind of cool to just randomly bump into stuff that you're going to use the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But
and
it's cool, yeah.
Compared to Tears, for example, that is something that you have to earn, whereas in Tears, once they plop down a fan echo and a steering stick, it's like, oh, it's over.
Right. Oh, yeah. Not echo, but I know what you mean, yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant. Zonai device.
Yes.
And I was talking about this with my brother, I'm also just feeling like it gets exhausting after a while to oh, there's a stagger meter in this game.
There is, yeah, I noticed that.
I noticed this with my brother. I was talking about this with my brother. Zonai devices are inherently a big problem in Tears dungeons because, especially in the Fire Temple,
Oh yeah, yeah.
there's like this cool ass layout in the Fire Temple with all the rail carts and all this stuff, or mine carts, and you could play it like that, or you could just use giant trampoline, fling yourself, fly around. Like there's so many different ways to get around it that you just end up invalidating the entire layout.
I had to force myself not
Yeah.
to do that so I could enjoy the dungeon, but there were moments where I was like, I could probably just cheese this.
Yeah.
So
So like
it's a fun experience for a while to do that, but then there is a part of me that wished it's like, okay, now you have limited options for this dungeon and it's more
That's-
traditional.
That's actually what I said with my brother. I told him if they disallowed Zonai devices in your inventory in that, and they force you to use what you could find on the ground, the dungeons would be infinitely better.
Mhm.
Like infinitely.
I
Same
agree.
with that's what they did with shrines. So like, yeah, I have a lot to say about that game. I might actually make that video sooner than I thought.
Really?
Which is gonna be fun
Or
because
did you start it yet, or?
yeah, I have 70 hours recorded
Wow.
of the game. So like it is and all of this to say that I still think Tears is a fantastic game. Very
Yeah.
few games achieve what it did.
No, I agree.
Um,
I loved it, but I had my issues with it in retrospect too.
Yeah. And it's just Echoes has made it very interesting because you have to earn your puzzle solutions. That you got to wonder what the future of 3D Zelda is going to be like, because that's they got something really cool going on with that. Oh, oops.
That's okay. We're learning. But no, I agree. I think there's a lot of stuff that this game could open the door for, which is nice. And
Yeah.
you know, it's cool to play as Zelda and like it's just to have something different in the series. Like I think when I went into this game, I was like, oh, it's like a side story. It's like a spin-off. And it kind of feels like that still. But it also more
Sounds like
feels
I
like a more mainline entry now that I've spent time with it. Which is good, because now I'm playing, I'm like, oh yeah, this could be a mainline entry. It feels like, and then the Link to the, I love that it's very Link to the Past reminiscent. And then there
Yeah,
are
I-
enemies from both the top-down and the 3D entries. That's like very nostalgic for me.
I won't spoil what it is, but there is a side temple in the game. There is a like a side full-ass dungeon in that game where you get a piece of heart.
Oh,
And
cool.
The outside of it was like, oh, Link to the Past.
That's cool. Yeah, and the layout of the map too, and a lot of familiar yet unfamiliar locations. I'm just baffled. They did that with, you know, Link Between Worlds, and now they're doing it again. So it's just weird that they're leaning so hard into Link to the Past these days. But I'm okay with it. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Beowulf, have you
This would be a good
It is yeah, Echoes is great. I'm having a ton of fun with it.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that you can't completely break the game like all the time with some of the Echoes, because
Wait for a
then it would
speedrun.
feel like a more unpolished thing, and where you'd have to just enforce kind of a self-imposed challenge in order to fully enjoy what they've created. Like that dungeon, I started doing it normally because I was like, I don't feel right about doing this.
Right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and
But
that's
it
and
was
you get
so
the most out of
easy.
the dungeon too when you know, that's the thing about Zelda dungeons. They're like a fine wine to be experienced.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Twilight Princess came out, I know those dungeons are a little more like combat focused, but when that game came out, I just savored every one. So it's like, yes, new Zelda dungeons, and I was so happy that there were so many of them.
I adore the dungeons in Twilight Princess.
Yeah,
too.
they're great.
really well done. City in the Sky. Oh,
It's
so
phenomenal, and the items are fun. It's just, you know, a Zelda dungeon is a thing that it's a thing when it's done well, when it's at its best, like Ancient Cistern in Skyward Sword.
That was also a good one, yeah.
It's just, you know, very few games come close to that experience for me. at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make a 3D Zelda-like kind of game, and dungeons are the hardest fucking thing to get right.
Yeah, they are.
Because they have to convey so much in terms of gameplay and atmosphere to make them feel special. And they have to make you think, but they can't be too hard to figure out. I have a lot of respect for the people that designed them.
And I got
like,
stuck in them as a kid, of course, too. Like we all did, I'm sure. But you know,
Yeah.
it's still they're very clever, and having multiple ways to approach some solutions is also cool. But
Yeah.
you know that's like
Oh.
some of those earlier games are more restrictive in that regard.
That's the other thing I was gonna say. I think limitations breed creativity in pretty much everything.
Always, yeah, always.
And that's why I really respect the whole. We staggered that boss. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We staggered the fuck out of that boss.
That was fun.
I have
Cursed items.
taking damage earns 10% of their value as dream shards. Prevents lethal damage and restores all health instead. Only works
I'm gonna
once.
get Black Lotus.
I am gonna get this Holy Grail. The defense restores 13 health to all nearby heroes every 5 seconds. Or something like that. With the limitation thing in mind, I was really excited about the echoes. And it also made me realize when you figure out a problem in a way that you're not supposed to figure it out in Zelda, it's a really amazing moment because the game was never intended for you to do that, but the tools were so well made
Like
that you
Metroid
could
too,
find
yeah.
that way. Metroid is the same way. Metroid Dread was full of
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
And Super Metroid, you can play it a million different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an inherent value to that versus we'll just give you tools that are so open-ended that you can do that constantly. My first playthrough of Tears, I didn't give a shit. I thought it was awesome. But now I'm realizing, I'm starting to see the problem with giving people too much freedom. It might
Yeah.
get exhausting to do the same thing over and over
I
again
will-
because you know it'll work.
Gotta be honest, I had no desire to replay Breath of the Wild, and I didn't, and I have no desire to replay Tears of the Kingdom, and I won't. Maybe like 10 years from now, God, I'll be 50. Oh, Liam.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's a rough thought. I'll play Tears of the Kingdom at 50.
I'll
But-
be 35.
Yeah, 35 is still pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth playing that one time. But I feel like replay value of those open-ended Zelda games, not so great. Whereas weirdly, I feel Elden Ring, I would be more compelled to replay that than a Tears of the
Yeah,
Kingdom.
because Elden Ring has so many different ways of playing it that you could find new ways to fight bosses.
Right,
And
but it's less open-ended than build plane and then get all
Yeah.
these things and do all the shrines. It's more just like, go to this dungeon and try a different weapon and spells and build, which is cool too. And you can do things in different order, but it's not so overwhelmingly freeform that you feel stressed.
Yeah. Oh my god. When I replayed Breath of the Wild for the video, I obviously noticed more problems with it, but like I don't know which playthrough of that. I think it was like my 5th playthrough of Breath of the Wild. And I know you said you didn't really have any drive to play it.
Yeah, that's my
again,
how I feel.
because you want to preserve that first time experience, which is obviously
also,
the best.
it's just we're different types of gamers, Liam. I'm not as devoted a gamer as I used to be. Where like if I was younger, maybe, but I feel like I just get.
yeah.
And I don't mean that in a negative way, by the way. I mean that in like you get more into games than I do these days. I feel where these days I'm like I'm good with the first time usually. It's hard to
Well, it's just
explain. It's time, life, a million games. I'm also streaming a million games. Wait, before we do
This-
that, that's the
Oh,
boss.
sorry, yeah.
What we have
I think.
here.
We need to do this. I'm not at all equipped. I don't
Wait,
even know
that's
my
the
ult.
boss.
Oh,
Oh shit. Okay, maybe we will kill these tentacles. I don't know.
okay. I don't have my ult, so it might not go well. Oh, never mind. No, this is definitely the boss.
Oh, this is. Oh fuck. Sorry, man.
It's okay.
We should have farmed a little bit.
I'm having a good time anyway. Also, I don't want to know what happens with Master Nightmare.
Yeah. It seems like there's a timer. Like so, you can go around and explore, but you also want to not be too long in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, when I replayed Breath of the Wild, I also kind of had that feeling where it's like these tools, if you're giving them to the player immediately, they better not get old. And I think Breath did enough in its environmental puzzles for solving shrines, or for getting to shrines, I should say, that made it feel fresh every time you'd find something.
Yeah.
it's actually, I think a lot of people are starting to realize that Breath might be the better
superior
game,
I think from
but it's
But-
a matter of opinion.
it may be, but I think all the new tools are fun in Tears of the Kingdom. Like Ascend is great. I obviously like creating my own stuff, but yeah, Breath of the Wild just feels like a more I don't know how to explain it. Tighter experience,
Cohesive.
slightly tighter, cohesive. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah.
Or you could just like the other thing is too. I'm also just starting to really go back and appreciate a very linear and focused game. Mirror's
too.
Edge is one of my favorite games of all time, and that game is designed to be played over and over again because it's super linear but very fun to speedrun.
Yeah. No,
'cause
linear games are great.
You feel like fucking Jason Bourne when you play that game well.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And I really like stuff like that too. But I'm not like, really against Zelda doing non-linearity, really.
No, same. Yeah, I think non-linearity is great if it's done well, and you know what they're doing with Echoes of Wisdom seems to be a more, we'll use the word cohesive again, experience than Tears of the Kingdom. And I don't want to be one of those guys like, oh, a year later, Tears of the Kingdom bad. Like, no, it was phenomenal. I had a great time with it. I
absolutely
loved
still
every moment.
Really love and appreciate so much about that game. I could never say that.
But retrospect,
that gets
certainly,
views.
right. It does get views. Yeah. What went wrong? Tears of the Kingdom.
You got the shrugging cartoon avatar.
Yeah, shrugging cartoon avatar. What went wrong?
What happened? But Matt McMuscles is good, though. He gets away with it. He gets a pass.
Yeah. Well, Matt's great.
That's what I'm talking about with YouTube's game. You gotta be uniform. You gotta be it's like that SpongeBob episode with all of the Squidwards living in Squidward's houses that look identical.
I'm sure some of my audience would know that.
Yeah.
I
There's
certainly
a link
don't.
for the audience for you.
Yeah. But I like thinking about things like this critically after the fact, because then when people are like, Vinny, what'd you think? I'm like, listen, I just finished the game. Here's my current thoughts, but I
just
need to let
enjoyed the
it
game.
sit a little bit too. You know,
I think
I can share how I feel about a game right after I complete it, but a year, 2 years, 3 years later, that may change a little. So
I just really want to make games someday, so that's why I think about that stuff too. And I also just love Zelda to death.
Oh yeah.
So I think about that stuff a lot. But like, really, when I finish a game, especially a Zelda game, all I'm thinking about is that I had a good time.
Yeah.
Is Zelda, you can't really go wrong, honestly. My least favorite Zelda game, I still think is good.
Which one is that?
Zelda 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much everyone's.
Yeah, but beyond that, it's like Spirit Tracks. But like, even that's a good game.
No, it's still, like, I know Spirit Tracks still has the elements that make a good Zelda. I just don't particularly. I got stuck and I just stopped giving a shit. But I also don't love the stylus controls. They're fine. Phantom Hourglass was a great game. But the thought of going back to it now, not as appealing. But that's just a personal opinion. I mean, but then again, I'm the weirdo that likes Zelda too, so.
Yep. Opinion invalidated.
Right, exactly.
Opinion invalidated. Vinny, do you like Zelda too?
Yeah.
Well, I'm never gonna listen to anything you ever say again.
No. Windows G enabled.
You know the memes.
I know the memes.
You know most of them. Now you know Diaper Chief. You know it.
Well, now I appreciate. I knew Diaper Chief. I just didn't appreciate.
You appreciate
him.
him.
Until now.
You
I
love
have a
the
newfound
Diaper Chief.
respect.
You love him. I know. I
Diaper
get it.
Chief is a bitter wine that grows on you.
Yeah, he's an acquired taste. That old DC, you know.
won't be torturing anyone's sleep tonight.
You're all right, Diaper Chief.
No one actually likes him. But anyway. Yeah. But I hope you continue to enjoy Echoes of Wisdom. I haven't played it more than that one stream I did of it. But I'm looking forward to more of it. And we're eating good. I mean,
Yeah, we are.
there's a lot
Sorry,
of like,
Star Fox fans.
not Star Fox fans, which again, your video just made me miss Star Fox. So
Yeah. Takuya Imamura, the guy who designed all the Star Fox characters, liked one of my tweets, and I got very excited.
isn't that nice when that happens?
Yeah,
had,
it's really cool. I've been playing Gravity Rush lately, Shunsuke Saito is the art director for that game, and I made like a whole post. I wrote to him in Japanese and everything, and now he follows me.
That's cool.
So it's pretty dope. It's just a good feeling to have like artists you respect. I just like feeling seen. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is nice. It is nice. It's
Just to
happened to
know
me a
that,
couple times too.
maybe I made their day kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, well,
You made my like life with
When-
Slapfox.
when people tell me they like my streams and they also make YouTube videos, and they like say, "Hey, thanks for the streams, thanks for the stuff," and it maybe inspired them a little bit. I don't know why Diaper Chief would inspire anyone, but when I hear that at like a convention or whatever, or now with the music especially, it's very rewarding. It's very nice. It does make my day.
Yeah. I hope this is the pace of this session is like good, because like I know it's less jokey, because
These
my
pre-records,
kind of
I
video
mostly
is,
don't joke.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like
these
a
are
little
no
bit.
joke.
I mean, if a joke comes up, sure, but it's not going to be like a Sunday stream for me. You know, this is
Gotcha,
just for
yeah.
fun. I don't really care what the tone of the video is, as long as it's honest.
Yeah.
Like, if we're talking about games, which I love talking about and analyzing games, great, let's lean into it. But and also too, like I said, it comes from not following the YouTube thing, like we were talking before, right? Like, yeah, I could feel like,
Oh, we're not joking enough. My videos will not be entertaining enough. Oh no.
but I'm kind of beyond that a little bit, where it's, you know, it's what it's gonna be. My views are gonna be what they're gonna be.
Yeah.
And say this video gets 20,000 views, which seems about likely for this sort of game.
Yeah.
I can only hope the people that watched enjoyed the conversation, like a podcast. And
Yeah.
that works for me. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, because also there's this like this sickness that happens with like streamers and YouTubers, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I mean, it's just part of the gig of like, oh no, my video didn't do as good as the last one. The growth has stopped.
Yeah,
Dog,
it's
your inner growth.
really frustrating, but
Your
like
inner
it's
growth is more important, my dog.
you can't let YouTube's constant presentation of numbers to you affect you, because
Right.
if you are in a comfortable place in terms of this being your full-time job, and you are fulfilled in what you're doing, then that's what matters, man.
Agreed. And you know, you can still be successful and have, it's like the companies with the infinite growth shit. It's like, okay, sometimes it's okay to know where you're gonna end up and just be there and find ways to be content. And I think it becomes really too easy for people to compare themselves to others, and comparison is the death of joy. So for me,
Absolutely.
when I do videos like this, I'm checking out a cool game and I'm having fun, and I got a key for a cool game. That's a
Yeah.
win in my book. And if
Another
people are
W.
along for the ride to hang and watch the video, that's even better.
Yeah. Do what you want to do, guys.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not always that easy, because some people need to feed their kids
Yeah,
or
of
whatever.
course.
But also, if you're trying to feed your family and YouTube is like your main gig, like what are you doing? You know, like if
Yeah.
if you don't get your YouTube check, and as a result of that you can't eat, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because then the desperation, you reek of it, and that's not going to be good for your stuff, and people can see right through that, I feel.
I just think, well, first of all, yes. If Timmy can't eat, then
Right.
there's- yeah.
You got to eat your ramen. If you can eat your ramen, your videos will be better.
But I meant like in a general sense, I think people should pursue what they want to pursue, not because it will be seen, but because it makes them happy, because I think the rest will follow.
It can follow, but you can't count on it following.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I never counted on anything happening. I'm lucky that something happened.
Same for me,
Um,
man. Definitely.
I know I say I owe a lot to you randomly stumbling upon the video, but that
A little bit, maybe, but
you're,
not
you're
that
right.
much.
I think my continued success is not entirely like tied to you. It definitely wasn't.
No.
because- Oh, you said that like Snake.
No.
No.
Same for a lot of other stream. Keep in mind too, like there are other streamers in my orbit who have
Yeah.
found success outside of me or the Vinesauce team from back in the day or whatever, right? And that is a result of them. Like, I could lead a horse to water 1,000 times, but if the water tastes like shit, people ain't gonna continue drinking that water. And so people have to find their own way in the world. You can get... I've had people help me too. I've had little boosts here and there. People recommend stuff. I'm very grateful for it. But then if people watch me and they're like, this guy talks about Diaper Chief, they're going to leave and never come back. So you did a good job, Liam, and you're continuing to do a good job. Sorry to wax philosophical about this, but I do have some experience in the YouTube area, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've been doing it for 15 years, so...
Yeah, just about.
It is, much appreciated anyway. Plus, I think people are... I can only hope that people are just really enjoying this, like, talky kind of thing. We have not really talked much about this game.
There's not much to talk about.
It's just it's a fun game, and it's something that you can pick up and play. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to play it, because you'll grasp it quickly.
Exactly that. Yeah, it's a fun little game, but there's depth in the way how you approach the world, how you do your build. The gameplay is very hack and slash, meaning it's solid.
Yeah.
We're wasting a lot of feathers, so we're probably going to end up perishing soon. But just in terms of it being a fun co-op slash hack and slash kind of game, I think it's really good. I'm very happy with this game.
Looks beautiful too.
Yeah, it's nice to look at. It's fun. But in terms of conversation, this is a very easy game to converse to.
Yeah.
It means also that we're probably going to end up doing worse, but I'd rather have fun and chat about random shit.
Yeah.
I don't need to try hard this.
And now I just have this game, so if I ever want to play it again, I can.
No, you can't. I'm taking it away from you after this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to go into your Steam inventory and just remove it if that's okay.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm going to make sure it's private before you do. There's some things I don't want anybody to see in there.
Yeah, like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, I'm ashamed.
She breathes through her skin, I swear.
Guys, there's a plot reason. There's a plot reason. There's
Here's
also
a
a
question.
me reason in that I'm extremely sorry?
What? Okay, I was going to ask you about Meat and Fuck Kingdom, but please dig your own hole further.
That unlocked a Newgrounds memory that I didn't think I would ever think about again. Did you... Okay. Meat and Fuck Kingdom. Is that what you just said to me?
Yeah, there's a game called Meat and Fuck Kingdom, and I got offered a key for some version of it, and I don't know what it is. And obviously I cannot stream it because it is banned on Twitch.
Why would okay. Well, it's probably, you know why they offered you it? Orc Massage. That's what it did it. You opened the floodgates.
That, or they don't know who I am, which happens a lot.
Oh.
Were you at my stream when I talked about the email I got to the Redvox account where they were like, hello, would you like to interview the producer of Breath of the Wild?
What? Wait, this is obviously a scam, right?
It was a scam. Yeah, it was a scam.
It's
It's like,
gonna be
hello.
fucking fascinating if Nintendo emailed the Redvox Twitter or email.
It wasn't even Nintendo. It was like gamers with a Z or something like that. And it was like, hello, my name is Ray. Would you want to interview producer, game with producer, make content for producer Breath of Wild? And so I wrote back. I was like, please tell me more about this. Who is this producer? And I got an email back from someone called Mooney, and they were like, hello, there is error with email. Please add this WhatsApp number. Add WhatsApp number and interview the producer of Breath of Wild. Literally to my
Come
fucking
on,
Redbox
man.
account. Yeah.
Oh man.
So they clearly, that's a nice scam you got there, fellas.
Do better.
I know, you
Honestly.
can scam me better than that. Come on.
Yeah. You're not even trying. Armor, please.
Liam, have we found a use for these? No, right?
No.
Weird.
I don't know what they do.
Oh well.
Meat and Fuck games, though.
Yeah, that's how you get a cursed Steam inventory. Yeah.
They were all over Newgrounds, and Newgrounds you know, it's like people joke about how Newgrounds ruined them and all this stuff, all the crazy stuff that you can find with unrestricted internet access if you grew up in the 2000s. Meat and Fuck was all over that website. So when you said that, I had a war flashbacks.
See, I didn't. I was on Newgrounds 20 years ago, 25 years ago almost, and that was a lot of my internet social life was Newgrounds. But
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
remember the fuck games.
They were, well, maybe it's because little Liam was looking for them. That's why.
Vinny, see, here's the thing. Little Vinny, oh god, this is weird. All right, listen. I have never really been interested in games, and I'm not just saying this to save face because I'm recording this. This is true. This is true. I have never been interested in games where you either date or try to sexo another character. It has done nothing for me ever. So that's just, I'm not judging, and you don't have to respond to that because I'd prefer if you didn't. But
That was gonna be my response anyway. It was none.
no comment, right? So exactly, that kind of thing is not my. But anyway, I do get offered stuff like that once in a while. It's like, I'm a Twitch streamer, and this shit is banned on Twitch. Do you
Yeah.
know what that is?
I will say though, of the Newgrounds Flash games that I played when I was discovering things, that was one of the worst ones. They were like infamously horrible.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
So,
I
because
mean, I
there
remember
was stuff
the
made by
joke
independent
ones.
artists, like parody games. Those ones were well made actually, because they were funny too. But then the Meat and Fuck felt like just McDonald's.
Right, McDonald, or fuck Elmo Simulator.
Oh no.
No,
Is that real?
I don't know. Maybe
I hope not. But you know what? It's the internet.
it's
vast
probably real.
ocean.
It's probably real. Yeah, it's an endless ocean. In fact, yeah.
Oh. Deep cut. I like games where I can dive into things and I don't know which way is up. Like Endless Ocean gave me that feeling.
Did
It
it?
gave me that. It was like see, it's not really much of a game as much as it is just a relaxation tool where you just look at wildlife.
This is the Wii
Or not
version?
wildlife, ocean life. The Wii game, yeah. I never played the Switch one.
Get that ultimate ready, Liam.
I got 20 seconds. Holy shit, what's going on?
Woo!
We just gotta survive, or you're dead. Endless Ocean was fascinating because you could dive so deep that you actually won't know which way is up. It's kind of like Subnautica, actually. If you have Thalassophobia, Endless Ocean is a great game for you.
I fucked up, Liam. I died. Just live and then revive me.
Okay. We got 5 seconds here. Will they go away?
They will go away
Yeah.
because we will fail the thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, there was no way in hell that I was going to do that. I don't have enough
Yeah.
damage on me.
Yeah, we also lost a lot of feathers when we were fighting that boss. So,
Oops.
did we get that treasure chest or no? It's still on the
I don't-
map. We should get that.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So once in a while I get offered some bizarre shit, like interview producer, and it wasn't even Nintendo. They didn't even pretend to be Nintendo related. So it's just like, just bad scams.
Yeah.
I wonder who falls for shit like that though. Like, oh, I'll add the WhatsApp of the Nintendo producer John Mooney.
John Mooney. What sorry,
His name was
John
Ray.
Mooney?
The first guy was Ray. The second guy was Mooney, who contacted me. Was like, please add me on WhatsApp.
I know you're eager to bite into them, but you should stay behind me.
You need to learn to leap faster. I don't do slow motion.
Oh!
Oh!
They're too weak for this fight. Power of Tempest.
I might be able to get you.
It's funny because I'm playing as a big buff werewolf man, and yet I'm still getting, like, mega killed.
A little bubble hit me. I had to stop my revive. There we
Oh
go.
no, this baby booble had killed me. Oh no. A big buff man with big swords, but the booble had killed me.
I don't know what the, sorry, you've heard these voices on my streams long enough, and now you have to hear them in a call with me. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I am used to it.
I guess you are, huh?
It's like the most condescending way to put it.
No, it's okay. I get
It's
it.
not like I like them. It's I'm used to it.
I suck. I'm mad.
Well, I mean, like, to be fair, why do you think I continue to watch?
Oh, well.
Because I
that's true.
like the funny voice.
The funny voice, man.
I like Bing Bing Wahoo. Speaking of Bing Bing Wahoo, Astrobot, huh?
Yeah.
That was a pretty good Bing Bing Wahoo game.
It's easy to condescend Astrobot a little bit by saying it is a Nintendo game made by Sony.
I really respect Nicholas. I forget how to pronounce his last name, but he just wanted to make a fun-ass game, and he delivered. And I really am looking forward to whatever Asobi makes next. People seem to think that Japan Studios' disillusion was because of Sony being, you know, a jerkwad. But, like, it was because Japan Studio, after Astrobot was doing well, like that Playroom and all that, they just wanted them to be, whoever wanted to stay at least, to be working on projects that they would enjoy, I think.
Mhm.
And if the people that are working there that worked at Japan Studio got to work on that game, so they're still around and they're making good stuff. They're probably the only reason I give a shit about Sony
Save me,
anymore, is
Liam.
because where are you?
Don't know.
Where are you? I don't know what to do.
Oh, I'm like dead. Never mind.
Oh. Uh-oh. What do we do now then? I just continue?
There is a way. I'm in like some feather area.
Oh,
but I
you're
don't-
all the way to the west. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's what I have to go soon anyway. So if you want to just like
Okay.
raw dog, but anyway,
All right.
yeah, no. Just to add to the Astrobot thing, it is just a legitimately fun video game that's very heavily inspired by Mario Galaxy, and I'm okay
Heavily,
with
yeah.
that because it is a great well to draw inspiration from. Obviously, it's not the most original game. Obviously, it is within that though very original.
I think it is. Yeah.
It's so taking that formula of like here's the worlds, you know, here's how you platform. There's so many original ideas, and it is a wonderful game. But
Yeah.
you know, it does celebrate franchises that we'll never see again, which is a little sad to be honest.
It's like a graveyard. You're like walking through a cemetery of all the IPs that Sony says they don't have. Like, come on now.
I know.
That being said, I mean, like, it's not like I want a sequel to Shadow of the Colossus. Like, that game is its own thing.
Yeah, and I'm fine with there being, you know, this is a game that existed one time, as long as it's. But then there's some games like Ape Escape could definitely come back.
Gravity Rush, there's still so much to do with that.
Yeah,
series.
there's some series that are 100% like viable for new entries.
Yeah,
So-
I really liked how Gravity Rush 2 ended, but like it's just such a creative and fun game. And like there's still so much you can do with the framework of being able to just shift gravity and fly in whichever direction you want. And like Ape Escape, you can totally make a new Ape Escape. Ape Escape would be great, especially
would.
because Sony just kind of doesn't have a lot of good family-friendly games on their console. It's usually hairy men getting angry, and I think we could really we have Ratchet and Clank still, thankfully. I don't know how they survived, but I would just really like to see more like that, more creative, like, you know, less dark, grim dark kind of stuff.
movie games or realistic game,
Or
stuff.
yeah, I would like to see less HBO shows that you play.
Right, and
And-
yeah, honestly, that's kind of what kills me about Sony. I don't have that much interest in a lot of them. Some of them seem cool. Some of them definitely seem cool, and then other stuff, I'm just like, I don't need to play this. I could watch a playthrough on YouTube, and I'd be fine with that. So, if you want to try to get me back, I don't know if you have the money for it.
I have 165. I see the feather on the icon, but I don't know what to do.
Does it give you an option at those bowls?
No, it was locked.
No, I guess I might be well and truly dead. Wretched my soul might be. Maybe.
This is a long way. I'm gonna go this way. I need to get to the objective. Look at the waves. This reminds me of I don't know why, but it reminds me of King Kong the game. I don't know why, because of the boats arriving on the island. And that game. Another thing too. Ubisoft Montpellier, great studio. The only reason Ubisoft I even give a shit about, because they made like Beyond Good and Evil and Rayman and like King Kong, that game too. And that game was ahead of its time because it was just like no HUD. You had to press a button to have Jack tell you how much ammo you have, and like you just kind of have to, after you run out of ammo, you don't get any more. You have to find like sticks and shit to fight things. So like everything that they make had purpose. They made also that Prince of Persia game recently.
Oh,
which
was
I
it
haven't
the
finished.
Metroidvania one?
That was Montpellier as well.
You played it?
I have not finished it, but I played a good amount. It was fun.
Yeah, I heard really good things about it.
It's not. Look, earlier I was talking about YouTube not really rewarding creativity. I think it's more so the arts are not rewarding creativity lately. They're rewarding things that are safe.
I have a whole that you know what? we could talk about that for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm not going
think
to,
so.
but I will say that I've written some material in regard to that sort of thing, because I am constantly disappointed that there are so many ways to be creative and original, and it's not rewarded. And it's not just studios. It is mostly the studios and the people with the money and the producers, mostly. But then there are times where it's also just people. Like, they're more likely to see Beetlejuice 2 than a new character like Mothcock. They're not gonna watch Mothcock. They're gonna watch Beetlejuice.
Yep. The Wild Robot, if I may shill a movie. Good
Oh,
movie.
you've made a tweet about that, right?
Yeah. It was hit me right in my chest. It was a good ass movie. Really liked it. It was like a kind of typical like parenting story, and then it just kept going, and I was like, oh, it's about more than that. And it was beautiful too. Absolutely beautiful movie. But like that is probably not going to outdo Beetlejuice 2.
No, and yeah, I mean, a lot of these original things don't do so well, but that's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
That's a whole conversation. for
that's
sure.
we could do another whole podcast, quote unquote, game with that.
Mhm.
Also, Liam, I just unlocked Aladdin.
What? Sorry.
Aladdin is in this game. I just wanted to let you know. So that's what kind of game this is. They're going for that whole thing.
Oh, what?
It's
Oh,
just
man.
yeah. So, I mean, it's a cool game. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's something I'm going to come back to regularly. Maybe. It's fun. You can just kind of mindlessly run around. It's hard though. So,
I think, yeah, it depends on if you are a roguelike fan and this is something that you think you might get sucked into. We didn't even get past chapter 2, but like,
yeah.
it's really well made. I think it's a good game.
It's cool. I think there's definitely a lot of potential here, and well, I say potential. I think it's version 1.0. I'm sure it will continue to be updated, but this version it's not early access. They're calling it 1.0. It is a cool game. I think there's some stuff that It was very tough at times, and I think you're fighting against the clock while also trying to get as much stuff as you can, which is what game does that remind me of?
Risk of Rain.
Thank you. Which is cool, and I think there's a good concept in there for sure, and it is fun to play. I'm curious to see how fun this would be with 4 players. Gonna be honest, as funny as it was to unlock Geppetto and Aladdin, I'm not really into the whole look at these characters that you know from the things. It doesn't. Maybe that works on some people. Maybe there's a cold, dead heart under this husk of a human being, but for me, I don't really give a shit. It was just kind of like, oh, that's Aladdin. Weird. Okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
but fun. And it was good to game with you, Liam. Always good chatting and conversing about random crap. So we'll get a chance to do it again soon, I'm sure.
I hope so. It was fun. Thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
Yeah, and good luck putting your Zelda stuff together because that'll be a big video, but it'll be I will be watching it on release for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure it's going to be tough to assemble something that people like. It took me like a year of work to finish the Breath of the Wild video. So, and I'm trying to do this Tears one by Christmas because I really want to see if I can, because I have a lot to say and I'm just really excited about it. But it might not happen, but we'll see. Thank you though.
I wish you luck, and if it happens, before then, great. If not, take your time, make sure that you like it, and it's good, and I will be there. But yeah, seriously, if you don't know chat or people watching this video, I mean, at this point, your videos do really well, so I probably don't need to say this, but it's Liam Triforce on YouTube to check out some of the video essays that I happen to enjoy greatly. So, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good one. Bye.
See you, Vinny. Thank you.